I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Continuing with Isaiah, we have chapter 54. In the last days, Zion and her state shall be established, and Israel shall be gathered in mercy and tenderness. They shall triumph. Compare 3 Nephi chapter 22. I also want to mention that this video does have a Joseph Smith translation in it. What the Joseph Smith translation is, this is an inspired translation or correction of the Bible done by Joseph Smith to restore those passages that had been lost over the years. Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear, break forth into singing and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more. For thy Maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The God of the whole earth shall he be called. For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith the Lord. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith the Lord thy Redeemer. For this is as the waters of Noah unto me. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord that hath mercy on thee. O thou afflicted and tossed with tempest, and not comforted, behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. And I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of carbuncles, and all thy borders of pleasant stones, and all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So this is about the rise of Zion. This is not yet in the millennium. And first of all, the children of the desolate more than the married wife. In other words, all those in Zion will have the full blessings of the gospel, including families. And then there's a call as they enlarge thy tents, stretch forth the curtains, lengthen the cords. This is the Zion expanding out, spreading across the world. And when it talks about the shame of thy youth, this is referring to the rebellion of Israel when it was still a nation back in the ancient days. And the reproach of thy widowhood is the scattering of Israel, the apostasy, when Israel is scattered among the nations and they're no longer a unified people. That is what that's talking about. So that's all I really want to say. This is a very interesting chapter in that it does describe Zion and its rise and its glory. And this is before the millennium. This is what God will do for Zion in the last days, even before the millennium. People, those who fight against Zion, will be destroyed by God. In the Doctrine and Covenants, it reads that in the last days, before the great army of Armageddon turns to invade Jerusalem, it will look to Zion. They say, we will not go against Zion, for Zion is terrible. And that's what this is saying. It's saying nobody's going to want to fight Zion because God fights for Zion, and nobody can stand against him. But there is some Joseph Smith translations here, so let us take a quick look. We have in verse 10, near the end it says in the King James, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed. Joseph Smith corrects us to say, neither shall the covenant of my people be removed. Again, reinforcing that Israel is God's covenant people. They are the birthright nation. Now in verse 15 it says in the King James, behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Now this was a reference to the armies of the world that fight against Zion. And, well, it makes sense. It's a little awkward. So Joseph Smith corrects it, says, behold, they shall surely gather together against thee, not by me. Just a grammatical correction to clarify meaning. So nothing real profound in the Joseph Smith translation here. But we're leaving that here, and we will see you in the next one.